the 79 series. It's good to be working on the 79 series. It's been an awful long time since last time we actually did some serious work on it. And in this episode, the bonnet's coming off. The intercooler's coming off, and we're burrowing right down in the engine, all the way down to go to the intake manifold, the starter motor, rocker covers are coming off into the injectors, and we're going to find out exactly how much damage I've done to the manifold, to the intercooler. I can see that the intercooler is actually leaking.
Yeah, it's got a crack on the end here.
So given the fact that we had so much oil get sucked up from this bloody turbo, it's going to be interesting to find out what mess we find down there.
It looks like you've got a garden growing here.
Well, that's half the thing. We've got the big opening in the bonnet, and the amount of trips that I've done going through rivers and through swamps and through bush, the amount of stuff that comes through there and ends up in the intercooler, I want to find out what's actually underneath the intercooler and what the intercooler is actually like. So, but before we get started, roll the intro. I think I need stronger glasses. There you go. You ready to do this?
Yep.
Well, let's. I tell you what.
What?
When do we get started? Are we going to be standing on stuff, or what? What's your idea here?
Well, I reckon we pull the wheels off.
All right.
That way we can come back down a little bit lower, and then we can stand on the wheels.
You're a thinking man.
Yeah.
You're a thinking man. All right, let's do that. Let's get these wheels off.
Okay. Well, I've already undone them anyway, so.
That's just cheating.
Yeah. Well.
He plans ahead. That's why I like working with Greg. Where am I going to put this? I'll put this there, I guess. I'm going to move this around the corner, I think. Me and Greg have never done this before. So this is not a how-to guide on how to do this. This is just two mates having a crack at trying to get the 79 series back on the road. And we're just, I'm looking forward to it. Have some fun.
Hey.
And we've got a big trolley sitting over there so we can line all the bolts up and everything we take off, because we've never done it before. We're going to make sure that we don't miss a step as we go.
Most important tool.
What's that? You grabbing another big hammer. You are too, you bugger. Yeah.
This is for fuel lines.
I trust Greg with me life, so I certainly trust him with me 79, but I get a bit worried when he starts starting off with tools like that. All right, let's get started. All right.
You know, you reckon we should get one of the other guys to grab a hold of the front of the bonnet while we undo the back half?
You think so?
They're a heavy bonnet.
Daniel, can we grab you for a sec, please, mate? We're going to try and take this bonnet off, so if you can steady the ship.
Get rid of that.
You got it? This is going to be a bit of an angle thing in here.
Hang on, we've got to undo the, before you do that, there we go.
Minor details. Hands under the corners, I guess.
Yeah.
You ready?
I'm down.
Right, so I'm holding up the ship already. Right, that can stay there for a minute. We'll come off. We'll go your way, hey?
Okay.
All right. Thank you, young Daniel. Me and Greg have got this.
Where are we going to go with it?
Just up. We're going to go all the way around. And we're going to stick it on the mystery canopy.
Oh, yeah.
This bonnet's just been repainted, so the last thing I want to do is scratch the thing. Let's plonk him up on here. Good?
Done.
All right. The mystery canopy. We'll talk about that in another episode coming up. It's actually a custom airbox by Patrol Doctor, and I tell you right now, I actually swear by this box. There's other companies that do them, but used to have, I've got a large snorkel, and even then it used to breathe quite heavy. It used to be quite loud. It used to actually annoy me quite a lot. As soon as I put this on, actually shut it up completely, made no noise at all. And one of the main reasons for that is because it actually runs a 200 series air element in there. And the good thing about that is that it oh, these spanners, is that it's actually bigger. The 200 series air element is actually bigger than the standard 79 series. There's other companies that got other ones, but this one works brilliantly. I love it. Quiet as a mouse. Gives me everything I need. And it certainly looks the part. It's been in there for several years now, so it's well tested. Tell you what, it's so quiet in the workshop at the moment. Normally, the guys have got the radio blaring. We can't do that. Copyright infringements.
So you don't mind if I sing?
No, I'm just hoping that you're not going to sing. That was the one thing. Do not sing. I have to get all new clamps here, I think. Mind you, they've seen a bit of a battle, these things, haven't they? And when I come back from the Kimberley, which was the last trip that this car done, I actually took 2 air elements with me. But the trip back out of the Kimberley, all the way back, see these grass seeds? They're everywhere. These are grass seeds for bamboo grass, and they're everywhere. See them all sticking up in here? They're bamboo grass seeds, and they are everywhere. Now that bamboo grass actually grows to be just on 10 feet tall. Like, it's enormous. You can stand up on top of the car and still be eye level with the grass seeds. It's insane. But I like these filters because they're a genuine filter, and they have the pre-padding on it to try and keep all those seeds and everything away from the element underneath. But I can tell you right now, that'll be one. Brought some of the Kimberley back with me. Hey? All right. Enough clowning around, I better go and put it away. Gee, there's quite a little mess. Still sitting in the bottom down there.
What do you reckon we put some guard covers on it, mate?
Actually, I was going to say that. I'm worried about scratching the old bonnet, the guards with zips. I learned a long time ago that zips and iPhones in pockets do not work with cars. All right. What are you standing on? The tyre?
Yep. I've got the old platforms on, mate.
I can't believe all the grass seeds. Actually, since the bonnet's off, you can actually see all that. Now, you've noticed there's a crack on that side?
Yeah.
I'll have to get Craig to
Bleaching
show you
all the way
whether...
around.
Really? We'll have to have a close look at that when we get it off. One of the things we do, like me and Greg have never done this before, but it's a habit. Most mechanic shops do it, but particularly with an automatic transmission shop, we use these crinkle trays. There's various ones. And when you're taking something apart, normally when you start at the beginning, you work your way down. Now, obviously I'm doing the driver's side, Greg's doing the left, the passenger side, and we'll work all the way through when we do that. And the best part about it is when we go to put it all back together, we'll both do the same thing, but we'll work backwards, back up the tray as we're going. It's actually a smart thing. So if you've never done a job before, and you want to, you're not sure about it, whatever, use the trays as a bit of a guide as to, the start and finish of how you started it. I'm going to grab a wheel. I'm going to do what Greg's doing. Handy for both on and off-road and on the floor. Now I can reach. Look at that. There was plenty of things I didn't take off.
Might put a drain tray up underneath and crack the tap on the radiator. That's easy. Did you have to replace water while you were away last time?
Why is that?
Because
That was 10 months ago. I'm not going to remember that.
Well, last time I did a major on this, I put new coolant in it, and there's no coolant in the water.
I really can't remember. Ask someone that's younger and got a better memory than mine. Well, that wasn't so bad. I thought that was going to be a nightmare to get that out. Look at that. All right. Now, how many hours did you estimate or think it was going to take us to actually get down, to get all this done, what we're doing in this?
Well, we've never done it before. I've heard mechanics say it'd take them 8 hours. I've heard 4 hours. I suppose if you knew exactly what you're doing, what processes.
Now, to give you an idea, we actually, both me and Greg, Googled this and actually watched a couple of YouTube. So if you really do want to know how to do this, there's actually probably a couple of good episodes on YouTube to watch, and they actually do time lapses and go through the whole, step by step of the whole thing. And that's exactly what we did. So, as I said, this is not a how-to guide. This is just a couple of mates having a go at it themselves.
Even
I don't think we need to take that off, do we?
No, we don't. You need to
take that off.
You need to do that there.
Yep. Yeah, I'm going the right. Gee, they're done it tight. Another one back there. All right, it's off. Wow. Now, let's have a look at that thing. Let's flip it over for a second. First thing I wanted to have a look at, given the fact that there was so much oil, and there is oil inside this intercooler. Not as much as what I was thinking. I thought that there was going to be a lot, but then again, it would all get blown through. See, I copped a big dent down there. How the hell do you get a dent down there? All the mud, you got the seeds coming through on one side. You can actually see the stems have made it all the way through the other side.
You can see where it's gone here.
Yeah, look at that. So we've got a bit of a split in the tank around here. I don't think it was a horrible split, but it was certainly enough to cause an oil leak. Like, this is all oily and everything. It's actually been blown out of the intercooler. So that can't be a great thing. Not to mention, look at all the... Really do need a bin. Look at that. Oh, I know what. Okay. I bought my little bit. Alrighty. It's actually been lots of oil. Look at this all over that, but I don't know whether it's been blowing out the seals of the intercooler. It's just, it can't be a coincidence. It's on both the intakes that this is. So, now, what's this? This is a heater hose, I would imagine.
Yep.
You've just drained it, so I might proceed with taking this part off. Now, this is a little bit different from a normal heater hose.
There will still be some water in there.
There is. Now, I've also got extra T-pieces off of this one, and these extra hoses going down because I've got a water-cooled alternator. So it's a bit different. When I first started driving and doing all these trips, I was toasting alternators every single trip. And I remember once in Tasmania, I went through 3 alternators in 4 days. That's how bad it was. I then put a water-cooled one, which is a sealed one on it. And part of that kit is that they actually take the hot water circuit from the heater circuit and they run it down, and that's how they cool the alternator. They actually use water to cool the alternator. And never lost one since. Like, it's been the best thing I ever did, was put that alternator in. Made a massive difference.
They're not real cheap, are they?
No, they're expensive as hell. They really are. But
how much?
In hindsight,
well, how much does 4 alternators cost?
Oh, more. I would have gone through. I went through 8 or 9 alternators.
Why not just undo it from there and there? That way you can just lay that to one side.
Smart ass. I think you're going to have to take it off. I've got to get the rocker covers off. Okay. Do you want that bolt to add to your collection on your side? All right. Everything disconnected. Look at that.
Mate, that's...
I'm actually surprised. I wonder if...
I'm shocked.
I wonder if the oil's been washing it away. I've actually seen, on the episodes that we're watching on YouTube and that, they were really bad. I mean, it's got it. It's worth a clean.
I think it was one that was completely
full.
level there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this has only done like 180,000 Ks, but it's done really hard. 180, and because of the turbo, I just wonder whether the oil has actually been washing it off. I don't know. If you know, write a comment, let us know. Because some of you diesel mechanics out there might be able to tell me what you think as to, you know, whether you've seen them that good before or whether we might have diesel washed it. No, not diesel washed it, oil washed it through the intercooler given the turbo blow up. So we'll see how we go. All right. Now this is where it gets interesting. We have to sit here and study this now because we've got to take...
Well, we've got to get rid of fuel rail.
Yeah, so what I think I'll do, I think I might take... We're going to take the injectors out anyway, so I might take all these pipes off, the joining pipes off. I'll have to take this part off, I'll figure out... That actually goes down here. It's got a bracket there and there. Then it goes down, oh no, that's a rubber hose there. That's going to be a bit of a bugger. Anyway, into it. No good standing around looking at it. Clicked, there we go, another one. Getting quite the collection. All right, go up, look at that. Did you, what spanner did you use? Did you have one of these on the end of your fuel rail? Yeah?
No.
I'll leave that on. I'll just take the switch off.
Yep. Leave that on. Don't forget to plug it back in because it won't run.
It won't run, and it'll be hard to get to. The switch not to leave off.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Very good. I better go line some of these pipes up, hadn't I?
Well, like I said, I've just left mine on for the moment.
Yeah, I've got to get them off anyway, so I might as well get them out of the way. But I'll get rid of some of these pipes.
Okay, we'll do this. Rod?
Hey?
You go blue for...
Yep.
For driver's side? Broken it.
It just sounds like I just broke it, but I think it just let go.
Yeah. Still hanging on at the top, at the back here.
Can't see anything back there. I wonder if it's...
No, there's I think there's locating tubes like these.
Oh, okay.
So we've got to come straight up. Okay.
Yep. The old
Okay.
switches.
Well,
That's not horrible, you know.
I don't even know why we're taking it off.
No, exactly right. That would have kept running. It would have worked perfectly again. But
We'll clean
if you
it
don't
out.
know, you have to do something, even if it's preventative maintenance. But yeah, I'm not disappointed we took it off. At least we know. And not only that, we're going to keep burrowing down in here. I don't even know what half this is.
Well, that's your EGR system.
So we're going to pull that out because the starter motor is still buried deep underneath all that. Who in their right mind sticks a starter motor all the way down there?
Well,
I don't know.
I obviously couldn't find anywhere else for it.
What did I say? Wait, engineers were born to make mechanics' lives miserable. That's what it was.
Did you know with some of our conversion kits, okay, when we do a conversion kit and send it off to some people, they make the mistake of undoing the
starter motor box on the wrong side.
Yeah, instead of the bell housing bolts.
Yeah.
That's a world of pain.
Yep. So yeah, don't do that. All right, so we've got to take. I've got to take these ones off as well, but got to get the EGR system out though first, don't we?
It's about to fall out, mate.
Just not sure what's hanging on to the back of this.
There actually may be a...
There's a pipe underneath. I can see it.
Yep.
Now I don't know. Oh, is it coming off with that? I'll pop it back down for a sec to see if we can't. I can't see whether it's connected.
That's an important one too. There it is. All right. Use me pliers.
Twist it to break its seal.
Don't be too vicious, you don't want to...
I don't want to cut the hose, but I don't think it actually moved.
All right, hang on a sec. You got a hold of that?
Yep. Bit of a handful. Well, you got a good lever there.
Yeah.
Ready.
Jeez, it's on there.
I think I need to do it this side as well. Give me a sec and I'll see if we can't both.
There we go.
So this is the EGR system, is it?
Yep.
Out you go. You watch, we're probably going to have to film evidence that we've bolted it back in the car again. You watch.
Yeah.
People go, did you put it back in? Well, we filmed it going back in.
I wonder if anybody's
Then we
ever
took it
thought
back out
of
again. No.
blocking those off and that off. I wonder if anybody's ever thought of doing that.
I don't know. There's various ways of doing it, and I don't understand any of them. But hey, look, it runs fine.
You got to have it,
is.
mate. You got to have it for your emissions.
Do it the right way. You probably cop a massive fine
Oh, you would.
for.
You would get reamed.
I believe companies also get, like companies that are involved in doing the workmanship to actually EGR delete. Can
Oh
get
yeah,
them.
it's like a lot of exhaust companies will delete a DPF. It's such a no-no.
Look at that. There's the starter motor.
It's only little, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but what a spot to put it in. But I'll tell you what, after doing all this, it would be absolutely silly of us. By the time we clean the manifolds and we do it, we start putting it all back together, it'd be silly of us not to take the opportunity to change the starter motor now. So we really do need to change the starter motor, even if there's nothing wrong with it. But I'm going to put a genuine one in it so I can just trust it. I'll keep that one as a spare in the fear of God that I'll never have to change it again. I don't know, would you?
Change it in the bush.
No, well, no. No, would you take the opportunity to change it now?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, you'd be silly.
You know, I wouldn't care how much it costs.
No.
It's like, and there's nothing wrong with it, but you know what? You know, I'd be a complete fool if I didn't take the opportunity to do it now. So, all right. So, what's next? These side pieces.
Yeah.
All right. Look at that. Some of the bolts are on the inside of them.
That's right.
All right. Well, you do mine and I'll do yours.
I've seen them caked up over there like that on one particular video. I think it was a guy in South Africa, and he was trying to get it off, bang it off, and it was that caked he couldn't see these bolts.
He couldn't see the bolts when he broke
he's
them.
Just banging, but he obviously didn't have the.
Didn't realise that
he just thought it was the two end ones here, which is silly. You know, you got to make a seal.
If it doesn't come off, don't force anything. You never force something. There's always a reason why it doesn't come off. You know, all else fails, grab the hammer is not clear reasoning when you're working on an engine or an automatic.
Oh, let's pull them off then.
Well, I'll do your side because I can get at them. Now, the only other question I got, are these open ports? A couple of them will be, so we've got to be careful. If we do drop something, we'll have to go after it with a magnet straight away.
Well,
The last thing I want to be doing is pulling heads off looking for a bolt. I wonder if we just stuff a rag in the top here, so if you do drop a bolt, it won't go far.
nothing wrong with that idea,
Let's
mate.
do that. You got a rag, I just stuff it in here, but just down deep. Just pure and simply. So if we lose a bolt, it just ends up on the rag rather than down one of the exhaust ports or one of the intake ports, sorry. Oh no. Yeah, intake. Had to think then.
What have I told you about that, Rod?
Hey?
What have I told you about that?
Oh no, don't. Don't. Alright. Almost ready to pull out these injectors. Taking the last couple of mounts off. And hopefully they come out without too much fuss. I've never done it before, so we'll soon see what happens. Alright. Almost there. Alright. Grab myself a handy tray, which I'll probably just pop here. And see how we go. See? There we go. Lots and lots of carbon on the tip of that. Doesn't look so good. That looks pretty bad actually. So we'll see. I'm not sure if that's common, but that looks pretty choked up to me. That one's really bad. In comparison to the other one, that one's even worse. Geez, they're getting worse as I go. How is that one even functioning? I'll probably send these out so we can actually have a look at it. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Gets to the point where you've got to start saying, what twat absolutely invented this car? That's just, you got to be mind blown. I'm going to say that these probably come off, so I might have to put that pedestal back on and see if that comes off. I've never tried to take one off before, so I don't even know if they do. What it is? No, this one won't come out. Brake booster, right? Which is a complete bloody joke, really. But
well, it would have come out if we had the single.
The standard one in there.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to say that, you know, but it is very true. But because we've got the deeper brake booster here, it's probably contributing to the problem. Now, we know we can take this off because we just did it in there, but it's not something you would want to take off. But
the main head.
Yeah,
right, okay.
But I'm going to in this case. So I'll put one of these mounts back in. And I'll do that because the boys in the rebuild room were just saying that, would you want to do that to a brand new one?
No.
Take the head off to put it on. But for the sake of this episode, we will we'll speed it up and see how we go here. We'll try something.
I'm going to take the booster out.
Oh yeah? Just give me 1 second. I'm just going to nip this up. And that's not going to help me at all.
Not really.
No, because I can't get onto the thing. All right. So the dramas of a big brake booster. All right. I'll play around with these. And I think Greg's almost ready.
Yeah, I've finally got this cover out of it.
out of the way of wiring. The spaghetti gasket. If they'll find something to be hooked up on, they'll do it. They'll do it. All right. At least you don't have a brake booster on your side.
I picked the right side.
Yeah, you did. You picked the right
Yeah,
side.
I've got all the wiring.
No, you're exactly
And
right.
the AC pipe and...
What a nightmare. I think I might need to put a big shifter on there and another shifter on here. Might be the way to go to get this off. Have you got a secondary fits-all I can borrow for a sec?
what?
A fits-all?
Oh, yeah.
A shifter.
Here you go,
Fits-all.
mate.
What else do you call it?
I'm the only one
Yeah,
that's ever used this,
yeah.
apart from Daryl.
Oh, really?
This was Daryl's.
Really?
Yep.
Daryl was actually a, well, Greg's younger brother was my best mate when I was, geez, 16, 17, growing up through tech school.
Yep.
And that was a long time ago. I certainly don't look 17 years old anymore.
No.
Now these want to come to bits and pieces when you take them off, as we learnt. Is it enough? Just. Yes! Just. Dropping fuel everywhere. Washer in there. We got it out. Oh. Really would pay to get these injectors looked at. Why is that not doing up? Oh no, they're just a really fine thread. But looking at these injectors, I wonder if they need to be put in any set order. No? Do you want to pop yours in the same tray then, I guess? All right. Everything else looks really good in there. I'm really happy with it. Considering all the dramas we've had. It looks pretty bad, don't they?
No, I don't reckon they would have been spraying with flash.
Looks dry.
I don't think it would have been fire enough. That one's close to the same.
Alright. So there we go. 4.5 hours, thereabouts.
Thereabouts?
We went a little bit deeper because we've gone as far. We've taken the starter motor out as well. We've turned around, we've taken all the injectors out. Had a little bit of problem. Drama's getting one out on my side because of the extra large booster on there. So
Well,
it's,
you want to stop, don't you?
well, yeah, it's not as bad as what we thought. The manifolds we were expecting to be absolutely choked.
Oh, I'm surprised.
I'm absolutely shocked. I mean, these will clean up. Like, we've done the right thing. We've gone down. We have to get oil out. There's like the intercooler definitely had a split in the top. Seed stuck in it, and so it was well worth cleaning. There's lots of stuff we're going to clean down in the valley. Like, you wouldn't believe how much stuff has actually gotten stuck down the bottom. Other than that, a couple of questions though. Greg was asking before, do we change the glow plugs? I got no idea. You let us know. If you were there now doing what we do, would you change the glow plugs? We're certainly going to change the starter motor. Nothing wrong with the starter motor, but we're not going to go that far. And remember, the 4.5 hours to take this all out is nothing compared to probably, it's going to take us 8, I'd say a whole day, just putting it all back together. Because it's not just a matter of just putting it all back together. We've got to put new gaskets in. We've got to hold them in place. Yeah. We've got to clean bits and pieces up as we go. It's going to be a much bigger deal. So let us know. Would you have tackled something like this? Have you done something like this? Right? We were expecting worse. You know, what were you expecting? I mean, you've all seen it going on. Other than that,
it's probably about the worst one, man.
It is, but I've seen them, so they're caked, so you cannot see the things at all. But anyway, that's it for this episode. Please like, subscribe, I'd like to thank Greg for giving me a hand today. It was great. Good to work on the same car again. I enjoy working with you on these cars and that. But please, put the thumbs up and we'll see you in the next episode.
See you next time.